Congress is working to avert a rail strike that could impact our community. The measure passed Wednesday in the House on a largely bipartisan vote, and now the Senate will take it up. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
Many rail lines pass through New York's southern tier, and so any potential of a rail strike could be damaging to the local economy. Now, on today's vote, it was 290 to 137 that legislation the House passed today would force the rail company and employees to accept an agreement which included increased pay and flexible schedules for rail workers. The New York Times is reporting some of the unions have hesitated to proceed with the agreement because it lacks paid family or medical leave. The unions threatened to strike if an agreement can't be reached before next Friday, and so that's why Congress is stepping in to prevent that from happening, because if a strike does occur, that could have detrimental economic damage nationally, including in the Twin Tiers area. Now, in a separate vote, which would codify the previous agreement, the House also approved a plan to add a minimum of 7 days of paid sick leave for rail workers as part of their labor contract. That vote came down to 221 to 207, with the majority of Republicans voting against the measure. Our local representative, Joe Sempolinski, voted for that first measure, which would implement the agreement with the rail workers, but he voted against the second measure, which would essentially add those 7 days of paid sick leave. Back to you.
Rachel, thank you. Both measures now head to the Senate. It's unclear which way the Senate will vote on the two pieces of legislation.